Hi. How are you? This is cool.
Girl, I am so busy.
I get to be with my friends.
I'm a mess. I'm in my boys' room right now because I'm cleaning and dusting and getting rid of stuff, kind of like that pre-spring cleaning type
Yeah,
of thing.
the after
So
Christmas declutter.
oh my God, it's a mess. And I got the dust rags. I took the curtain down. Hold on, look. No, I'm taking like everything down,
I don't
everything.
blame you.
And I'm decluttering and organizing. I'm just trying to stay busy. So,
I can't dust my blinds. I don't have the duster thing that goes on the end of the Swiffer duster.
oh yeah.
So I'm like, now how am I supposed to dust my blinds? And I'm like, I'm not doing that the old-fashioned way. My mother used to take them down and wash them, and I do that a couple of times a year, but
That's
I
a mess.
oh, it
That's a
is.
mess.
I remember her
No.
taking them outside and washing them and then hosing them down and letting them dry, and
Yeah.
not in the winter.
No.
You can't do that in the winter. So
Is it like blinds like the strip blinds, like the regular old fashioned blinds?
the mini blinds.
The mini blinds?
Yeah. There's a lot of
Those
slot.
are hard to do. It's so tedious to get into
Yeah.
the.
That's why I like that duster, because it gets right in there,
You know what you can do? I don't know, how do you do it? So I saw somebody take tongs, like the meat tongs
Yep.
that you use to flip, and they put like a rag or a dust rag or like something on there, and they tied a rubber band, and they were able to get in between the blinds and dust their blinds like that, and that might work. So that way,
Yeah.
but it's still tedious because it's still
I
like
know, but it has to
every
be
single
done.
little one.
It's not going to be fun. I like to just get that thing every week and dust them,
Mhm.
but I don't know. I haven't. So I hope
Yeah.
somebody else comes on the live, but
If not, we'll have fun together.
I know. Hey, we get to visit, right?
I know. I get to see your face. It's almost like Skype.
I know. But yeah, I just figured we'd do a little bit of a live. I was gonna just talk about the nor'easter, the storm we're getting. I think you're gonna get rain.
We got some rain last night or yesterday. We did get a good shower, but I don't know what it's supposed to do the rest of this week. I have not watched the weather
Yeah,
or the news or anything like that. But
we're gonna
what do
get
what do
plummeted.
you do when you get those big storms? Do y'all just, if you know beforehand, you can stock up? But is there a lot of people at the store right now? Well, you didn't go to the store. You
No, I didn't go to the store because I knew better. Well, number one, I wasn't feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Sounds like you have a cold.
Mm.
I hope you're not getting what your granddaughter got.
I think I am. I got my lounges on and I got my bathrobe on, not because I'm cold, but just because I want to be snuggly and cozy. Like
Yeah.
it's sunny out, but I just feel like being cozy. But today I knew that the markets would be like just flooded with people. I mean, you don't have toilet paper in your house before you know it's gonna snow. You
Yeah.
have to go out now and get it. Like the people
Right.
are just, I don't know. They just no food in your house, but you got the money for it now. So then, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
Exactly.
they'll be stockpiling food, and they'll be
Yeah.
buying ice. And like I always said, you don't need to buy ice during a snowstorm. You put your food outside.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Idiot.
absolutely not.
Idiot.
It was so weird because like the last time we got snow in Texas a couple of years ago, it snowed 2 days in a row.
Mm.
And I find it funny when people run out and get meat and get like all this stuff, right? Because it's like we're losing power. Like put your meat, if anything happens to your freezer, there's
Put it
ice
outside.
outside. It just snowed. Get the ice and put it in the freezer or an ice chest and put your stuff in there. Like people do not use their brains. Like I'm
They
telling you, like
don't.
I would never during hurricane season, during a snowstorm, during tornado season, because we get tornadoes in Texas,
Yeah.
knowing that your power could go out during a storm, you'll never see me buying meat, cheese, milk, eggs, nothing. I am buying nothing that's going
Why are
in
you
my
gonna buy more stuff? Right.
refrigerator.
You're gonna buy more perishables. That makes sense. Or they in a snowstorm, they're buying bottled water. Well, if you had to, you could melt the snow.
Right.
How are you not gonna have water in a snowstorm? How does that affect your pipes? Unless your pipes freeze, and that's your fault because you're supposed to drip the water a little bit. You know?
Right. Drip the water and cover it with
Yeah.
we cover even if it gets like here in Texas, if it gets like below freezing, if we know it's gonna freeze, we have pipe covers or like those faucet
Ooh.
covers, and
Yeah.
we cover everything outside and protect everything. I mean, you
Yeah.
can only do so much. If your pipes are gonna freeze, they're gonna freeze. But I know a lot of people, our water was still running because we let it drip and we
Yeah.
covered everything. So people were coming to us for water. And it's
Imagine.
like,
They don't
like, come
use
on.
the brain. People don't think.
No,
You know?
no. So you're
So,
just gonna bunker down. How much snow are y'all supposed to get? A
uh,
lot?
I heard 5 to 8, and some other people said 6 to 10. We'll probably get 4 or 5, but it's going to be very heavy, wet snow,
Mm-hmm.
followed by a ton of wind.
Oh my God.
So, so we might lose power. So I'm going to back up the fireplace.
Yeah,
Make sure
I was
that's
gonna
all
say,
set.
you have plenty of wood for that? For your
Yeah,
fireplace and stocked up
yeah,
and all that for that. Hi, Corbin.
yeah. I
How
remember.
are you?
Hey, Colbert, how are you? We're getting
Yeah,
on
so,
Nor'easter.
and you know what we did? I don't know what y'all do in Rhode Island, but here in Texas, when we did have the snowstorm, I mean, it was cold for us because we're like the desert. We're used to like triple digit temperatures
Yeah.
and not that cold. But when we lost power, we set up a tent in our living room, and we were able to put the blankets and pillows in our tent, and we all slept in there. And let me tell you, it was snug. It was pretty warm because you're creating a dome,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
a heat dome, basically. Because
Yeah,
we don't have, here where I'm at in Southern Texas, we don't have basements or like you would think we would. Things for tornadoes, stuff like that. There's no protection at my house. There's nowhere to run.
yeah. It's
So
one thing about Rhode Island, though. Most houses, we all have basements.
yeah.
You know,
In
and
Oklahoma, the houses have basements.
it's nice. I mean,
Mhm.
and some people like I'm fortunate. It's finished. It's heated. It's like a
Yeah.
little apartment. It's really nice.
Yeah.
So I think it was in August. We had tornado warning came on my phone,
Mhm.
and it was like 9 o'clock in the morning. I was like, okay, what do I do? And
Mhm.
I was by myself, so I figured, okay, phone, charger, right? Because
Yep.
my phone wasn't fully charged. I said, let me charge it while I can. I took the
Mhm.
keys to my car in case I had a flee. And lo and behold, I made my breakfast and I took it all down the basement. And I just sat there, and
Yep.
it hit some areas close to me, but it didn't come in my neighborhood. So
Yeah, I wasn't sure. So you get tornadoes in Rhode Island too?
it's rare. It's rare, but we've been getting a little more frequently than we usually do.
Yeah.
Last
Because I
summer was
would imagine being in your location where you're at, y'all get more ice, more snow, more because Rhode Island, y'all are by the water too, so more
we're an island.
hurricanes, like
Yeah,
things like that. Yeah.
yeah. See, we are an island, but we
Yeah.
are part of New England, and New England's very cold. So we got the water, the winds coming off the water. So we get the hurricanes, and we
Right.
get they're calling this a nor'easter because I think it's developing out there or something, and it just
Mhm.
blankets the whole area.
Yeah, Ocean State, exactly, corner.
Yes,
Yeah.
the Ocean State. We sure are. We
Mm-hmm.
sure are.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
yeah, we're just completely surrounded by water, and it's just all open ocean. I mean, the oceans are beautiful in the summer, But in the winter it can be brutal. And at the same time, it's very beautiful. I like to go during a snowstorm or in the winter.
Yeah.
I like to go to my favorite lighthouse and just take pictures and stuff.
I've
It's
never
really
seen
pretty.
a lighthouse in real life. Never. I've seen them
Never.
through pictures. Like, you know, I have to see everything through. That's why I like getting on YouTube, is because when people travel or they show stuff, I'm like, oh, there's a lighthouse. Like, but I've never
I have,
actually seen that in
yeah,
real life.
we have lighthouses all up and down the New England coast, up and down
Mhm.
from like Connecticut, Massachusetts, all the way to Maine and Vermont. Um, I actually climbed one at Cape Cod about 20 years ago, a little bit
Oh,
more than that.
really?
Yeah, I went all the way up to the top. I just love lighthouses. So my dream
Nice.
is to spend a weekend in one.
I was gonna say, some people, I've seen documentaries like where they turn them into homes. Like, people actually like will
Yes,
do
if I
that.
ever hit the lottery, I'd buy a lighthouse. I would
Mm,
buy a lighthouse and that would be my home.
yeah.
I just love them. I don't know why, but it's, I collect some of them and the little lighthouses I like to collect
Hmm.
but and so we get all kinds of weather here. We get all kinds, but I can guarantee you by tonight, there won't be any milk and bread left in the stores.
Oh, absolutely not, because that's what people are going for. Bread, milk, you know, it's like,
Now picture that during March of 2020, okay? 1,000
oh,
times that.
oh my
So
gosh.
someone's at my door. I'll be right back. Misty, you take
Oh,
over, okay? All right.
all right. So, Corner, how have you been? If you're still here, I know I haven't been on in forever. I've been so busy with the holidays and with my son's getting sick and my husband's back. I mean, I'm a mess right now. You're doing fine. Good. Good. Um, how was your holidays?
Go ahead, say hi. They don't want to say hi. My granddaughter's here with her friends. They don't want to say hi.
Oh, Pooh. Hi, King
Hey,
Morgan.
King, how are you? Uh, so, King, you got me watching football with you. He asked me, I was actually sitting here and watching him watch the Ravens the other day.
See, I don't do sports at all. Nobody could pay
I
me
know. I know. I don't like it, but
like
I wanted to
on
support
YouTube.
him.
Yes, I know. On YouTube, I do. On YouTube, if they're into sports, if they're into anything, I support them and I'll watch their channels. And,
Yeah.
you know, I know Wilkes County Boy's been posting a lot of football videos too. And I have now some people that I watch that are into sports cards and collectibles. And it is interesting. But here in my home, like, we don't turn on sports. I only get enough of it through, I watch YouTube, and that's the sports I get. But
I love hockey. I'm a big ice hockey person, so I love ice hockey.
see, my
So,
husband's into hockey.
oh, I
He's not
love it.
into like football or things like that. Like, for me, the only two sports I really ever did was I bowled. I was in a bowling league, and with my dad before he passed away. My dad was huge into bowling leagues and baseball. My dad was a huge sports fanatic. And he liked the Red Cardinals, the baseball. I think they're the Red Cardinals baseball team.
Yes, the
I think
Cardinals.
the Cardinals, yeah. And so he
Yeah.
was like totally into that. And but I did tennis in high
Ooh.
school, and then I did the bowling leagues. So tennis
People
is one
don't.
of those sports that, man, it's just, you're constant.
I know it. That's good for you. You're always on the go anyway.
Yeah,
But
yeah. And
people
we
don't go
actually have
bowling
tennis
anymore.
courts, huh?
People don't go bowling anymore. All the bowling alleys are closing.
Well, believe it or not, my son, my younger son, was just about to join a league when COVID happened and they shut everything down.
Oh,
And I was like, and he was so bummed out. He was like, "Oh man," and I was like, "I'm sorry, kiddo."
I know. I
So
like to bowl. I like to bowl.
yeah,
When my parents were kids, um, Yeah. When my parents were children, you guys are going to laugh at this. My father said there was actually a man, they always had a boy, like a high school guy, in the back setting up the pins after you knocked him down.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't automatic with the arm sweeps them away, and there was a person there that did it.
That did it. Now it's, yeah. Now it's
I
a
mean,
machine
we're talking
that
the
does
20s.
everything for you.
Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
yeah, that
That's a
is,
lot of work for that person to set up all those pins.
I know, but they had work ethic back then. It was a
Yeah.
job,
Well,
you know.
that and they were more fit back then. They didn't eat all the junk food we eat now. They ate
I
so
know.
healthy. They ate, meat and ate like they ate from the farms and they ate stuff
Yeah,
they grew and they were so much fitter back then. I mean,
you know, and they
so
walked everywhere. My mother,
yeah,
they walked a long way to school, a long way back. They played outside, and there was none of this. Watch out for germs and watch out for that, and don't get an infection. You got a splinter. Let me take you to the ER. And I'm not
right.
knocking when you got the fishbone thing, but no, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
dangerous.
exactly.
But you know what I mean. Kids are going to be kids, and they weren't
Yep.
babied the way our kids are. So.
Yeah,
They got their
exactly.
germs, and my parents lived to be 89 and 95. So,
Yeah. My great grandma lived to be 93, I think.
wow.
Yeah, 93. So, yeah, my grandma right now, how old is she? I think she's I think she's 86 or 87,
Wow. God bless her.
something like that. Yeah. So,
So
but yeah,
I'm,
I say if you were born anywhere, I mean, back then, even in the 80s, if you were born before the 80s or right around the 80s, we were still playing in dirt. I mean, we were staying outside until the sun went down, playing outside after
yeah,
school on the weekends. Like we were either doing house chores, going to school, or
we're
outside.
outside. That's it.
There
That's
was
all you
no
did.
That's it. There was no video games, there was no nothing. Like if
Your
my
parents,
mom's
the, our parents didn't, you know what our play date was? We'd ride your bike by your friend's house and call them from the street.
Yep,
We made our
yep.
own play dates. Like, hey, could you come out? You know?
Yep, I
Now it's
remember
like,
doing that. I remember doing that a
what
couple
the
of
heck is a
times.
play date? Like, what is the play? Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it was either you can or you couldn't. And most of the time you just found something to do, you
Yep.
know?
Yep.
And even if you just talked out in the street or threw a ball, or a lot of the girls were jump roping, or just like the
Chinese
girls
jump
would get
rope.
together. Yeah, like growing up I had Cabbage Patch dolls, or we had Barbie, or the
Yep.
aunts and stuff would bring us up, and so you'd call the girls out and y'all would just pretend and I don't know, play tag, red rover, like
Yep.
you made up
You
stuff.
nothing was planned. If you wanted to bring a toy with you, you brought it, and then you figured out what to do. You know,
Right.
but
Yep. Yep.
and
But
my,
most of the time, it wasn't even really toys. It was, it was tag.
yep, chase and
It was racing. You would stand and be like, let's race, and who can
yep,
get to point A to point B first, or, just silly stuff. Like, and you had fun. It was simple and fun.
I
And the
know.
parents, depending on whose house you were at, the moms would bring you snacks and drinks, and
Yeah,
you'd still sit
outside,
outside. Yeah, outside. Your snacks
outside.
were outside.
You never went in their houses.
No, no. We weren't like nobody came in our house. We didn't go into somebody else's house, but the parents would all take turns. Like, they would put big pitchers of water and cups outside and a snack tray and be like, here's your stuff. And, the
Right.
parents back then were workers. Like, my mom has been working since she was 16. She had me at 19. She used to take me to work with her because it's a family business. And it was just constant. Nobody had time to watch or do anything. Like, the
Yeah.
kids watched each other. The parents on the weekends would be cleaning, mowing. If
Yep.
you weren't doing your chores, it was just so different
And
than it is
everything
now.
was closed on Sunday. Nothing was open. When I was growing up in the 60s,
Yeah,
nothing was opened on a Sunday.
yeah,
Nothing.
yeah. Well,
So,
because a lot of times back then too, that was church day. That was church and
exactly.
family. You went to
Family
church,
day.
you ate a big meal, and you took a nap. That was Sunday.
With the newspaper. But we'll see what happens with this snowstorm. I got my shovel ready. I got some ice melt enough
Yeah.
to get me through. I'm not running out to get more right now, but we'll survive. It's going to be pretty. I'll take some pictures and
I was gonna say you should do a video, like if you can, through the window or like through the door or like
Yeah.
through something.
will.
Like do a little video.
I will. I used to no, tomorrow is Armenian Christmas, and every January 6th it snows.
Oh, how
So
funny!
really, in a sense, I am having a white Christmas, but now I took all my stuff down. It's my mom's second anniversary tomorrow, so
Oh, yeah.
So,
So what do y'all do for Armenian Christmas? Like, do you do a big meal? Are you gonna do a meal or just like snack foods? No.
in Armenia they do like a whole big holiday, like we would do our Christmas. Here they recognize the American Christmas, you know, but they will go to mass. Like tonight is Christmas Eve, so they would go to mass. I don't know if they'll have family get-togethers, and I think some of them might still do gifts and stuff. But I think personally, I'd rather do an Armenian Christmas. Leave everything up and don't exchange gifts until January 6th. And just you know. But that's why we never did that, and that's why my mom always said, just once I want to celebrate Armenian Christmas, and she died on Armenian Christmas. And I'm like, there she is. She's up there. You know, but it is nice. They have a lot of nice traditions. They light candles and they walk in the villages and they sing the Christmas carols, and it's really cool. So I'll be posting some stuff about that tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
I like to learn. People don't know.
Yeah, I like to learn about other cultures and how they celebrate and you know what they do. It's so funny because like we're the same but yet different. You know what I mean? Like there's just little things that every culture does a little different. So
everywhere in the Middle East has a different day for Christmas. It's not that they're making it up. It's just by, I don't know, their calculation or whatever. Like the Egyptian Christmas is the 7th, is January 7th.
Oh, okay.
And there's 2 or 3 more, I think, all the way up. Hi, Suzanne.
Hi, Suzanne. How are you?
I think there's 2 or 3 all the way up till the 21st, I think. Like it could be Ethiopia. It could be, because they're all they're all Orthodox, so they all have their own. Right. I don't know if it's, what I'm thinking is, if everybody was traveling from different areas and they all reached baby Jesus at a different time, and so they say that's their Christmas. I have to research that a little bit, but it seems to be that each country has a different date, so there's got to be something very significant because it goes back to biblical times, so there's definitely something there. It'd be interesting.
Right. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so Monday is actually my son's birthday.
Wow, happy birthday.
Yeah, he's going to be 14. So, but we're going to celebrate on Sunday because my husband is going to try to go to work. He's still not 100%, but you know, he's right now with the heating pad and all that stuff and on meds, and it's just been I feel bad for him. Anytime you have back issues, I feel bad. He's been out of work all week, but we're going to celebrate Sunday, and we're just going to, I asked him, you know, what do you want for your birthday dinner? And he wants hamburgers. So my mom actually gave us a gift card to H-E-B and some extra cash for Christmas, and she just now brought it today because my son had viruses and we didn't go over there for Christmas because they were having stomach issues. So it's been like so crazy busy with stomach issues, with viruses, with back issues. We've been hunkering at home, so we spent Christmas, at home, and the holidays at home, New Year's, and we're gonna do it again. So he wants hamburgers, so we're gonna do hamburgers on the grill, and that's it. And I'm gonna make a homemade cake. But Mi Vida Loca, how are you, Rob? Rob came in. But so we're gonna keep it simple.
I wish I could cook burgers outside. While you're cooking burgers outside Sunday, I'm going to be shoveling snow.
I know. Oh my God, that is just so funny.
We're gonna have to exchange videos.
I am telling you, that's so funny because it's like
The total opposite.
Yeah, it's total opposite. Like right now, it's windy here, but it's a little chilly, but not like it's still like I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like we went from cold to rain to spring to it's just constant. Every day is just so different.
Hey, Loca, you too. Have a good weekend.
Thank you, Rob. Yeah, this weekend we're staying home. We're staying home, and I'm deep cleaning, and we're gonna grill on Sunday for my son's birthday, and that's it. But we wouldn't have been able to do it had my mom not given me the gift cards at HEB because we don't have the money for it. Like my husband's been out of work all week, and so has my older son, and it just seems like when it rains and pours, with just money going out to bills and emergencies, and my son is so humble. Like we raised our kids to be so humble and only get what you need at the time. So I asked him what he wanted for his birthday, and he was like, I don't need nothing. He's like, we have clothes, we have a roof. He talks like me. We have things. And so he's like, I just want hamburgers. And I'm like, okay, well, that's easy. So, they're so like they're going to be really good off. Like, and they know how to save their money. I mean, my son got Christmas money 2 years ago and still has it. That's how humble they are.
You're like mama.
Oh man.
That's good though. That's so nice.
Like when you were growing up, were you taught that too? Like, I mean, because you're so frugal. Like, I think Mimi's more frugal than I am, but I'm learning to cut back and be even more frugal. I've learned a lot from you. And it's like, did you grow up doing that? Did your mom instill frugality or like anything like that in you?
No, because they lived kind of humble.
Yeah.
Not a lot of showy, not my mom didn't, she worked in a bank and it was 5 days in a week. She had 4 dresses.
Oh yeah.
And just the house always looked nice.
Yeah.
The refrigerator was always loaded. It's like I don't remember them ever having money troubles. If they did, we never knew.
You never knew about it.
It was kind of good. I'm trying to think. Like I don't know how to explain it. We were just the all-American middle-class family.
Yeah. As long you had roof, you had clothes, you had food.
And we had nice furniture, but it wasn't like. Well, it was very good furniture actually, but it wasn't like, okay, we don't like this color. Let's change. I want to change the color of the couch, or I don't like this table anymore. I want to get a dining room table. I still have the dining room table that was my mom's.
Yeah.
It's just like people are just so different now.
Yeah, I hear you. Like my grandma was one of those that was changing her shower curtain every month, changing her bedding every season, changing, and I'm just like, who has the money to do that? But my grandma worked for Northside School District she worked on the handicap bus for a while, and then she stayed home with the family business. My uncles pay her every week so much every week, and so she got paid enough where she was able to do that. But for me, I'm like, unless those sheets have a big hole in the center, you're not getting a new sheet.
See, my My mother was big on like linens. We always had a ton. We always had more than enough clothes.
Yeah.
And they were brought up during the Depression. So
Mhm.
with 13 kids in my father's family,
13 kids?
13.
Wow.
They, during the Depression, there wasn't that much food. It was all rationed.
Right.
So between that and he was stationed in Korea during the war,
Mhm.
and he was a cook. And he used to see the little Korean kids going through the garbage looking for food.
Aw.
So he used to call them in the kitchen and make them peanut butter and jelly, and they thought that was fantastic,
Yeah.
Hey, Misty, I gotta cut the live short.
No, yeah, you're fine. You're
I
fine.
got
Susan
like 30
just
minutes is
said,
up. Okay, I'm gonna go. You can stay on.
no, I'm gonna go too. If you're off,
Okay.
I'm off. Everybody take care. Bye.